And we're now getting some breaking news. Congress party mounts attack on centre, questions centre's stand on Justice Verma and Justice Yadav also. The Congress says that it's a selective silence on issues of judges by the BJP and that BJP's game is more about optics. Congress goes on to say that showing independence was Dhankhar's mistake and that BJP is obsessed with dominance. So that's the attack being made by the Congress party on the centre, questioning the centre's stand on Justice Verma and Justice Yadav. Let's listen in.
We are also very concerned, friends, about this selective outrage and selective silence on the Verma Yadav two judges issues. Justice Verma, Justice Yadav. This is typical BJP's double standard and yet another example of BJP and the Modi Sarkar's theatre of the absurd. The BJP's game of motions, they made it into a game of shadows and a game of motions, is less about law and more about optics. A desperate dance to distract and dominate. And how petty a dance to distract and dominate. Our House Lok Sabha first, not you Rajya Sabha. Out you go, Mr. Vice President. On judicial propriety, on anti-corruption movement and on judicial accountability, the BJP's mantra is talk the talk, never walk the walk.
And my colleague Ashutosh Mishra is now joining us on this story. Ashutosh, a very good morning to you. So the Congress has hit out at the centre in what it calls selective outrage and selective silence over the issues of judges. Could you give us more context?
So the context comes between the action and the notices that were given to Jagdeep Dhankhar, then Vice President and the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, which was also Justice Yadav from Allahabad High Court, for the alleged misconduct. Remember, there was also scrutiny, the committee that was called him to clarify because he ventured out in certain event and then made a comment about majority ruling India. How should the majority should rule India on that particular comment. And Congress from day one has been very aggressive, and a number of the opposition MPs also gave an impeachment motion against Justice Yadav to Jagdeep Dhankhar, the then Rajya Sabha chairman. Now here what comes to why we see all of a sudden this love for Jagdeep Dhankhar as far as opposition parties are concerned is quite known. They are in opposition, and opposition always look for an opportunity to escalate any offences against the government. Here what it comes in the case of corruption, because Jagdeep Dhankhar happens to be taking the motion from the opposition MP, somewhere it rattled also the government. Now the mysterious resignation of Jagdeep Dhankhar remains always a mystery. What we know only so far is available in the domain is only that is something coming from the sources, or the government sources are saying as far as this mysterious resignation is concerned. So here comes the action of two judges. All you hear about is something about the Justice Verma, why the action is not being taken, why this delay, this and that. The Congress's main point that you heard in the speech of Abhishek Manu Singhi while speaking to the press says all it is talking about Justice Verma, where the burn notes were found, cash stash was found. Eventually, when it comes to taking certain action, when Jagdeep Dhankhar was initiating, somehow their accusation, the government is actually one responsible to stall it. But subsequently, when it comes to misconduct, the alleged misconduct of Justice Yadav Allahabad High Court, eventually that has totally been disappeared from the debate. Not even government is talking about it. That's exactly why you hear the Congress is saying it's called the double standard of the government. So clearly, it is. We know the parliament session is on. The opposition is after it, and not only the mysterious resignation of Jagdeep Dhankhar, but also Justice Yadav's case. So more likely that from Monday onwards you'll hear these things, even the storming the parliament as well, Anjali.
Right, Ashutosh, thank you so much for getting us all those details and for that context. So the Congress party continues to mount attack on the centre over various issues which include the issue of judges and also Jagdeep Dhankhar's resignation.